si Dulz Cuna, taga dinhi Tacloban. And usa nga pintor, performance artist, cultural worker, and UP professor. I started at the age of 8. I was supposed to be, when my parents brought me, usak ko nung ako nga child prodigy. Ambot ko na amo na ito sinsisiring. But I had my first child exhibit at the age of 8 in Central Escolar University in Menjola, Manila. So, baga, may mga pictures naman ako, gutiay pa ko. Ang teacher ko hadto, yung maestro, Nemesio Faustino, naging teacher ko sa college. So, but anyway, he has passed on already, but I still respect the maestro so well. Mostly the surrealists are my influence, mga surreal ni Salvador Dali, and also the modern school. May daliwat ako ng mga oriental art, gaya ng mga nagpipaint it, mga Hare Krishna, at mga posters ito ng mga kuan. I like their way of this oriental art of Hinduism, ito nga mga taga babalam kay balam, you know, and everything. And I like looking for the one, the all. Well, I work with all different kinds of medium. Talagang I'm a mixed media artist, to say. And I'd like to experiment at all. Even yan ang master na ako. I teach people art. I like to experiment with different kinds of medium. I'm a mixed media artist. I'm also trying to gather found objects around, and then I choose it to be part of my paintings. I take Jean Coutu's philosophy. Art is a priesthood, not a pastime. Diri to hobby. Talagang priesthood mo ito, bukasyon mo. I think I'm going to die painting. Well, yan na nga, kaya I'm still involved. Kung pag-retire din sa UP, kawat-kawat la, ito oras ka ma-paint. Usually, I paint before I go to sleep. And then, you know, yung mga objects at saka mga themes ng akong trabaho, dreams. That's why I believe in the surrealist. Because the title and the inspiration they get from dreams. Most of my paintings I get from dreams. Even though if I dream about myths and legends and like that, nagawas na pictorial effect, di dahat dream. So when I wake up, humumukha na ako Maria Makiling, ibungan sakit, minsan nahino na ito. Kaya di dahat mga dreams. Well, hindi masyado ako sa mood. I'm more in images that come into my mind. Minsan, I'm also a manghuhula. I use tarot cards to look at the pictures that come into mind. There really comes an image that comes to my mind when I look at the blank canvas, nag-i-start na ako na dito, pipitit ak mata. Itak image na pipaint ko na blank canvas. Dida ko na ito. Diri ako usually nag-i-sketch anay na ako dayon, na x-ray dayon ako dito tak painting. Mo na ito nga hihinabot natin. Now, my process is, well, sometimes if it's so hard, I do some sketches first before I paint. And then, inspired. Dapat naman ako inspired because most of my paintings involves emotion. Now, if I'm angry, I also paint. If I am in love, I also paint. When I'm inspired, I also paint. Ganyan talaga. Well, damo, good it mahihinabot artist. You cannot take out the artist. The artist paints the soul of the society. Suppose, like what's going on, the political, you know, everything. It artist nakakasurat ito, nakaka-document, nakakataganhin, kulor. It aton in society. So I cannot say that artists are not part of society. Kaya, you know, just like my papa when I was still, what will you get in your college? My father, mag-fine arts ako pa. Wala ito kwarta dida. But you know, money is not only the everything in the artist. Kada pagpipaint niya, di rin man ito kwarta good. Pero, as much as possible, you can pay and buy my paintings. Ano ba ito? You can buy my materials and you can buy also my inspiration. That every painting should, even though how abstract it is, may meaning. If there is form, there is meaning. So amo gunit ginhatag ha ako nitak mga mentors in fine arts. Ito nga kuan nga mas marupay ako na imo, ako may ano, this compare and contrast. When every artist have their own style and their own wear. But first of all, I would just like an artist to improve and develop their own style. Kaya kung ito nga mga diri nagsusubad-subad lang ng mga proposter, diri ako na they don't improve. That's why I very much appreciate it, like Maskino, they're asking me if magtutdo ako era mga kon, wow, I miss teaching fine arts. In fine arts, ganit, it's studio work. It's 6 hours of working. And your brain is the one at work, cerebral. It hands na sunod let imo brain. I do not believe that you have the technique. No, the technique is here in the head. And I believe being an artist should be a genius. My dream project is exhibiting again in New York, and I already exhibited in Fremont, in California, but New York ang gusto ko, and Tribeca. That is one of my dreams, but maybe one of these days lang. Because I would say we have a big gallery, or here for the Warais, that there will be also what KBOX is doing, parang nag-session, ining artist niya na, later on that will really come up, like a Guggenheim Museum, Guggenheim Museum, New York, something like that. That's one big dream that I would like. The government should, they're even given funding. The state really puts some funding on that for the National Commission and Culture of the Arts. So any gallery artist can even request for that money. The taxes is not really spent there because it is our soul that's being fed. If you feed people NFA rice, why not the National Commission Culture and the Arts give us this thing, feeding our souls, feeding our lives with inspiration. Practice doesn't make perfect. It's in the heart and it's in the head. Now, if you have a heart and you have a brain, you can make something perfect. It's not really it. But anyway, practice makes perfect, and do for technique, for the musicians. Yeah. Basta, sige lang practice, baid. Pero, yung artist, hindi. It aadi. This eye in between these two eyes is the one that makes our soul. Don't procrastinate. Prevail. That's the only thing. And then, because most artists are emotional, they easily get, affected. So, for young artists, it's good to just follow the way. Follow your heart, follow your soul, follow your brain, and then express yourselves fully. My only message I can say is, it's part of my life. Art is part of my, as I said, art is not a pastime but a priesthood. Maybe I was born into this world because it was my intention. Kids happen, but that was part of I believe, that is part of being productive when you come to art. It's creative also. But a human being is always creative. It's God's gift. He is God's will to proliferate this earth. So why not create?